A visionary filmmaker. The final creation of a master. The Oscar-nominated Best Animated Feature. Finally in theaters. Hayao Miyazaki's The Wind Rises, February 21st, rated PG-13.
Hello, I'm the Universal Critic. I talk about whatever I want, whenever I want. Today's review allows me to talk about one of the most famous directors in the world of animation, Hayao Miyazaki, the so-called Walt Disney of Japan. While I am only a casual fan of Miyazaki-san, I still admire the artistic merits of his films immensely, and today I am reviewing what is said to be his final film, The Wind Rises. Set in Japan in the years between the two world wars, The Wind Rises tells the story of Jiro Horikoshi, voiced in the English language dub by Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Over the course of his life, Jiro devotes himself to designing a modern airplane for his country, which he and his friends consider behind the times. That's all I can really say about the plot, not because I'm avoiding spoilers, but because the plot to this film is rather slow and rather thin. But that's not to say I think the whole film is bad. Let me explain. This is redundant to say when talking about any Miyazaki film, I know, but the animation in this film is simply beautiful. But it does suffer a touch from the film's one major weakness, its deflated sense of wonder. I know this film was going for a more mature feel than Miyazaki's previous films, and for the most part it works, but there are numerous scenes that should be wondrous but fell a little flat for me. I'm referring to the dream sequences we are shown, which are meant to show us insight into the main character's mind. The dreams when he's an adult fit the mature tone a little better, but the ones when he is a child felt rather underwhelming for me. Aside from the tonal inconsistency, the only other problem with the film is the pacing, which is almost glacial at the start of the film, but thankfully starts to pick up about 20 minutes into the movie. Now on to some more of the good stuff. The characters in this movie are really likable. Gordon-Levitt plays Jiro as a guy who is totally dedicated to his work, but not in an unhealthy way, just in a way that shows us that this is his true passion in life. Emily Blunt plays his love interest, and while their romance is a touch basic for me, it's still quite enjoyable. The best thing in this movie for me is the theme. It amounts to the fact that the world carries us how and where it pleases, and we need to make the most of it while we can. I know that sounds a bit trite, but the movie makes it seem fresh by giving it a rather passive, matter-of-fact feeling. Overall, I give The Wind Rises a high big screen rating for Miyazaki fans and a low big screen for everyone else. It's a very mature but charming film, but I think Miyazaki fans will get a little bit more out of it than general moviegoers. I'm the Universal Critic, and I just want to say, arigato, Mr. Miyazaki, for everything.